Hey there guys, so today we have another review, and this is a review of a Singlecut beer. They're from Astoria, Queens, and so you definitely should check out their brew pub, by the way. They're pretty cool brewery. They opened up a few years ago and they were putting out some pretty good beers, but in the past year they've really exploded and really dial in their recipes for hoppy beers. I actually consider them almost as good as Other Half, or just as good as Other Half for hoppy beers. I think Other Half gets a little hyped because of the cans and the brewery only releases, whereas these are bottles, they get distribution, and yeah, I mean, there's just not enough hype behind Singlecut for some reason. So I actually really like their beers because I look back at my reviews. I gave Bon Bon a 97 and Mo Shuggy a 98. So really, their bottles have been killing it. So this one is a Pacific Northwest hopped 7.2% IPA, and this is Does Anybody Remember Laughter IPA? It's a really dumb name because it's really long and annoying, but I actually thought I knew this quote, and I looked it up, and it's actually an ad lib from Robert Plant at a live performance at Madison Square Garden of Stairway to Heaven. So there's like part of the song where it's like blah 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 laughter, and then he goes like, does anybody remember laughter? Sorry, no more impressions, that's enough. So, yeah, I guess shout out to Robert Plant. Big fan of Led Zeppelin back in the day. Still a big fan of Led Zeppelin, so go to Led Zeppelin. Let's drink some beer. Let's drink this one. Wow, I really can smell it out of the glass. Shout out to Jeff, by the way, for recommending this one. Whoa, what is that? Oh, no, that's really carbonated. Some people are apparently having issues with this being like almost a little bit sour. Maybe there are quality control issues. Hope that's not the case with this one, because an IPA should not be pouring be so aggressively carbonated. That might be like, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, look at that. I mean, I literally just like put like a touch in the glass and it just exploded of carbonation. Hopefully I didn't get a bad bottle, but we'll see. Okay, I guess well, the color looks gorgeous. Let's review this beer. So the beer comes in a nice kind of hazy light orange. Yeah, hazy light orange, peachy kind of color. Very nice looking beer, other than that ridiculous amount of head that just came out of the bottle. But let's get the aroma. That does smell. What is that? Is that fun? I don't know if it's funny because like I'm not getting a great aroma. It does smell hoppy. That's pretty cool. Tropical. Yeah, tropical hops. I'm getting like pineapple, passion fruit kind of thing. A little bit of piney resin. Not really easy to get my head in there, but my nose in there, sorry, because of the head. But yeah, smells like really nice, like juicy oranges and tropical fruits and a little bit of piney resinous action. Let's get the flavor. All right, good. That is very delicious and does not taste flawed. All right, good. I was really worried because that's really strange that I poured out of a glass like this, but out of the bottle like this, but it does taste fantastic. So that's good. And there's no flaws. But let's actually start reviewing the beer. Up front, not as juicy as the aroma. You get it's actually an underlying kind of quality of yellow grapefruit peel, just like that bitterness, but with a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of like orange going on. But in general, this beer is a pine resin bomb, which actually it's advertised as. And actually, someone walked in the store today and mentioned that this is a piney beer, but it is great. If you're into piney hops, this is right up there. And it's not even my kind of hop profile, but I'm enjoying this one. Yeah, just like pine needles, leafiness, like green, like that basil note that Joe has. Like herbaceous chive quality. It's like herbaceous, green, pine needles, like pine sap, resin, all those like rich and bitter, intense kind of flavors. But somehow it works, yeah. In the middle, a touch of bready malt, but it's actually really light. Yeah, really light bready malt. It hits just for a second, flies away. On the back end, nice and clean and crisp finish, which I like. Usually some of these pine bombs are just really sticky and stay too long. This one has a little bit of sticky resin on the back end, but almost has like a minty kind of thing, a mint and green grassy kind of thing, almost like as if there was like chlorophyll and green matter just stuck to your teeth from biting into just like greens. There you go, greens. Like almost like a little bit of like endive, kale. Think like just like bitter vegetables, bitter greens kind of thing. But it does have a little bit of underlying juiciness under it. A little bit of like grapefruit and juicy orange under there. It's really crisp. Yeah, clean finish. Flies off the palate very nicely. Very nice. Yeah, wow. I mean, again, I'm really not a fan of these piney, resiny kind of beers, but this works for me. Super drinkable. And again, I'm really liking that. Like, it's like 20 to 40% of the hop profile, I want to say, is like fruitiness, underlying fruitiness. And then the rest is that kind of big, kind of like boisterous, kind of green matter, piney qualities. And then on the back end, you even get a little bit more fruitiness, a little bit of like grapefruit zest kind of going on, playing with that green flavor and again, that piney thing. So awesome beer. Mouthfeel is a little light, but it makes you want to keep drinking more. I want to say the mouthfeel is like a medium to medium minus. It's strange how the carbonation is working though. It's really, really funky. Almost makes a beer. Oh, look at that! Almost makes a beer flat because all that carbonation is over here and on the palate. As I drink it, it's almost like a flat beer, which is not too bad actually. It's actually working for me. So as for rating, despite the big head, lack of carbonation, somehow the beer really does work and it's pretty delicious. Let's go with a East Coast Pine Bomb. Pretty awesome. I'm liking this. Usually out of East Coast breweries, we expect that kind of fruity, ridiculous, tropical stuff. I like it. Let's go with a 96 flat. Yeah, I'll go with a 96 flat. Very good stuff. Yeah, this is the kind of beer that I wish the West Coast was putting out. If you like West Coast, if you want to put out like something that's a little bit more piney and bitter and all that good stuff, make it a little bit more clean on the finish. Lingering bitterness here is not bad. I get like more like green matter than really like biting bitterness. Malt bill is really nice and crispy, just a hint of breadiness, and it flies away. Yeah, if you want to keep your beers piney and resin, do it this way. So this is another awesome beer from Singlecut. This is Does Anybody Remember Laughter IPA? No more impressions from me. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.